What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about JLo. I feel like she has been a hot topic over the past couple months, and I just feel like the drama with her just keeps on continuing. It's like divorce rumors, her acting up in the press, just like weird things happening, and I'm like, what's going on over here? It's low-key kind of messy, but y'all know that I'm kind of here for it. If you guys did not see in my previous videos, I did mention that I'm going to be trying to upload daily at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Once again, y'all are, I feel like I just have to keep on saying this because like I feel like I'd be letting people down, you know what I mean? If I don't stick to a schedule. First of all, it's kind of hard to upload daily, so I'm letting you guys know. I just feel like with this channel specifically, I like kind of have to upload daily in order for it to work because I notice like YouTube penalizes me, and I think that they want their creators to be like really strict, really consistent, stick to their, scheduled date and time of posting. And I just feel like I've never been good at that on my whole like 8 years of being on YouTube. And I feel like, okay, no, like if I am going to make this work, I need to have structure. I need to be organized. So I am going to be trying to upload daily content. Y'all, by the way, I am going to be working on more like get ready with me's. I think I'm going to do one every 2 weeks. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I will just be talking about, I'll pick like a random topic. It could literally be anything. It could be like gossip based, it could be, I don't know, just like life, personal stuff, whatever the case is. I'm thinking about doing 2 get ready with me's a month, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. You guys will obviously see it when you guys see it, but in the meantime though, I'm going to try my hardest to stick to the daily uploads. Once again, try, y'all. Literally, I just feel the need to like over explain because I'm like, look, I know I'm a little unreliable, okay? I totally get that, but at least I'm keeping it real with you guys, so that way you guys know what to get. So make sure you guys always have your post notifications on so that way you guys do get notified. So within today's video, we have a lot to talk about Miss JLo. First thing that I want to start this actually off with talking about, because I just thought this was weird, and y'all can let me know if I'm like reaching or like what's going on here. Because first of all, I'm actually in the process right now of working on a video of basically like all the celebrity beauty brands, and I mean like beauty in general, not just makeup, all the celebrity beauty brands, and I'm kind of like doing like of which I think is like a bop and which I think is like a flop, you know what I mean? I'm working on that, so that'll probably be up within the next couple weeks. But I just want to say, I have said this multiple times before, I feel like JLo Beauty, nobody talks about. I feel like it is just not successful whatsoever. I feel like even when she did her whole launch of it, it just really seems like she doesn't even have a personal connection to the brand, so therefore the audience is not going to have a personal connection to it. Here's where I'm saying, like, I don't know if I'm just like reaching over here. Y'all can keep it real with me as usual. I went over to their Instagram because I was like, you know what, I'm just so curious to see how much have they like grown on social media. Y'all, they have 1.1 million followers. Here's where I got so baffled by this though, because I was scrolling post after post after post. Like the most likes that any of their content gets is literally 1,100. Like it doesn't reach, I would say it doesn't reach over 1,200 likes, which first of all, I think is pretty weird. And if you're scrolling through it, you guys will see that like for the most part it has under 1,000 likes. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Look, this is just my opinion. I don't know if like maybe like, I don't know, did they buy their followers, or maybe they just once again don't have a connection with their followers and people just follow because it's JLo. I don't really know, you know what I mean? I was just over here trying to like figure out what's up with this brand, because I don't see anyone on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, I don't see anyone talking about JLo Beauty. Like even when I go into Sephora and things like that, I'm like, I don't see, like I seen it there before at Sephora, but I don't see anybody reaching for it whenever I'm shopping in the Sephora. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, what do you guys feel about the brand? Do you feel that it's going to be like going out of business soon, or do you guys really like it? I am just so curious about this because I feel like that brand, ever since it came out, it's just, I don't know, kind of stagnant. So let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about that. But within today's video, I actually did want to talk about like all the drama stuff. First of all, only because I feel like I haven't talked about this before. I'm sure you guys have obviously all seen on TikTok how viral she was going for just the things that she says and whatnot. Like everyone in the orange drink, if you know, you know. But then also, I don't know if you guys, we briefly had like talked about this before on the podcast where we did like a video about, what was it, the Met Gala, I think it was, where somebody asked what she was wearing and she's like, Scaparelli. Like she just seemed so pissed about it. Well, now more so than ever, she is like in the like press all the time now for just kind of like being rude. And I think it's really crazy because if you guys have seen her interactions with paparazzi, like first of all, I totally get it. Obviously paparazzi super, super annoying, but I'm gonna go ahead and play this little clip right here that you guys can see. And she is just like super irritated by the paparazzi. But here's my thing, and I was so glad to know that everyone in the comments of this video was like, girl, you're literally getting mad at the paparazzi and you're like popping off on the paparazzi, but you're in literally one of like LA's most popular shopping places. I believe that she was at the Grove in LA, and I'm just like, y'all, why would you go to the Grove? Like, why wouldn't you go to like a low-key mall? Do you know what I mean? You're obviously going to somewhere where a lot of people are, and obviously you know that paparazzi is going to be there regardless. So I just felt like that was kind of dumb within my opinion, but she gets irritated at the paparazzi, and I get it. She's obviously with her kid and like wants to have some alone time, but also at the same time too, maybe go to a different mall. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't go to one of like LA's most popular shopping places, which by the way, I've heard this before. Ever since like I want to say the very first season of the Kardashians, I guess a lot of celebrities who were like up and coming, they would go to like the Grove, and they would go to what's that other Rodeo Drive. They would go there because they know that paparazzi is always there, so they want to get their picture taken, obviously to help grow their popularity, which is kind of crazy to me. JLo has been in the game for so long. I want to say ever since the Selena movie, like what did that come out, like 30 years ago? You know what I mean? 25 years ago. So I feel like she's been a celebrity for so long, like she should know the game to like stay away from the paparazzi if you're really irritated by them. This other clip that you guys can see from right here playing, I don't know why, for some reason. Am I just crazy, or like is Ben Affleck like low-key kind of rude? Like I don't know. I just feel like he just comes off very, he just seems like an asshole if I'm being real with you. But I guess maybe that's just his personality. People say he's like from Boston or something like that, and that's just how they are. And I was like, I've never heard that. I actually have never met anybody from Boston, never even been to Boston, so I don't know if that's just like how people are. Low-key don't even know if he's from Boston. I've just seen that before on comments. Oh, people are like that from Boston because he's just very like you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have all seen his memes before where he's standing outside like picking up like an Uber Eats order, or like he's shutting Jennifer Lopez's door. He just looks so irritated all the time. And y'all, that leads me into this whole like divorce rumor stuff. I want to read this actually from TMZ because this seems to be conflicting statements. Like it seems like, oh, all of a sudden, you know, they're going to get a divorce. They're going to break up, all of these different things. And then I'm just kind of like, wait, but then she's seen with her ring, and then she's seen without her ring. And I'm like, am I just crazy? Or why do I feel like this is played up? Like, I feel like this is like, I don't know. I feel like she's too big of a celebrity to like, you know, she knows the game. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys had seen that like viral clip of hers to where she was like, I want to say she was wearing like a gray sweatsuit, and she's outside and she's like on the phone, and it like visibly looks like she's arguing with somebody, and everyone's like, wait, she hates the paparazzi. She pops off on the paparazzi, but then you're literally out in public yelling on the phone when you could have went into the car. I believe where she was at, like she came from outside of a gate. It's like you could have went back into the gate. Like, you know that paparazzi is following you, so why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you go in the car? Why don't you go back inside the gate? Like, things are just seeming to me, in my opinion, I just think that things are seeming just like a little hammed up, a little made up, like a little, I don't know, like it just seems like, okay, what's going on here? Like, are they trying to get press or something? I'm really not getting it. But about the divorce, now TMZ actually just reported that they are selling their marital house, which y'all, first of all, I don't think I'm ever going to be married in my life, so clearly I wouldn't know this damn term, but I didn't know that apparently, like, when you get married and buy a house, it's called a marital house. Never knew that. Like, honestly, I was like, oh, there's a name for that? Didn't know, but this is what it says right here. JLo and Ben selling marital house, divorce imminent. The rumors have been going around obviously for a hot minute now, but then there was a clip, like I want to say maybe about 5 days ago, that she like kissed him in public and she had her ring on, and then obviously there's been several times to where she doesn't have her ring on. But my whole thing is specifically when it comes down to the ring, like y'all, my parents have been married for, I want to say like 36 years now, 35 years now. And it's so crazy because my mom very rarely wears her wedding ring. Like she just doesn't like wearing jewelry, you know what I mean? So she rarely wears her ring. So I just feel like sometimes you just don't want to wear your ring. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like that's so telling, but in some cases it is. I don't know if you guys remember with Kyle Richards, she was seen without her wedding ring, you know, a few times, and then that actually ended up becoming true. Anyways, I want to go ahead and read this right here because I'm so curious to know what you guys are thinking, because y'all, I remember specifically being so heavily involved with them, like, because TMZ kept on reporting about it, that they kept on like looking for houses for so long that they just couldn't settle on a house, and they were looking at a $50 million house, a $60 million house. They even looked at like a $70 million house. I was like, damn, I know they're rich, but I didn't know they were that rich, because to be able to have, you know, a house that expensive, like the yearly maintenance on that is just through the roof, you know? So I was like really curious to know, oh, they finally bought their house and then they're already selling it, which to me, I'm like, you guys took that long to find a house and you're already selling it? It just doesn't make any sense. Anyways, this is what it says right here on TMZ. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are clearly heading down the path of divorce because TMZ has learned they are quietly trying to sell the home they bought after they married, which, by the way, when you're that big of celebrities, you can't quietly do anything, especially sell a house. Of course, like regular people can see that you're like trying to sell a house. Like even if you're just an average Joe, like look on Zillow and stuff, you know what I mean? Anyways, multiple sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ JLo and Ben are using realtor Santiago Arena, I don't know, from the agency to sell the home they bought a little over a year ago to this day. TMZ broke the story, then the then newlyweds snagged the enormous Beverly Hills mansion for just over $60 million. I'm just like, yo, I think it's so crazy that a damn house can cost $60 million. Like, ooh, I couldn't even afford a house that costs like 500,000. You know what I mean? And to think like $60 million is just like nothing to them, probably. Anyways, they were on the hunt for the home for nearly 2 years, looking at more than 80 properties before settling on this mansion. As we reported, their marriage is in deep trouble, but Ben has already moved out of the house and moved into a rental in Brentwood. Our sources say JLo is already looking for a new house. So clearly here, in my opinion, I am so sorry, but the facts are just kind of like leading up to like clearly it's just not working out. Which, okay, I want to ask this question, but I know this is going to be like so damn messy, but it is what it is because everyone and their mom like literally comments it. Do you guys feel that JLo is the problem? Because everyone is like, damn, what's up with her? Like, she can't keep a man. Like, she just runs through all these men. And I'm just so curious to know. I'm like, is she just like a really difficult person to be with? Like, why have you been with so many different people and why doesn't it work? Do you know what I mean? And then I'm going to be so real with you guys. I thought this relationship was going to work out because a lot of times you'll see, you meet a person at one point in your life and then like a couple years down the road, shit, maybe even 10 years down the road, you run into them again and then you rekindle something because I really am a firm believer in that sometimes timing is just not right. So I was like, oh, this time around, back that they got back together, this time they're getting married. Like, I was like, things are going to work out. And I was like, oh, clearly it's not working out. Also, in my opinion, I feel like she doesn't want it out there to the press already. I feel like she's trying to fight it, you know, so hard because obviously she doesn't want like another breakup. Like, it's always like JLo and her breakups being headlining stories, and I feel like she's really trying to avoid that, but clearly it's inevitable. Like, especially if that fool is living out on his own, she's looking for a new place, they're selling their house. You know what I mean? Things are obviously kind of looking that way. I don't know what else it could possibly be, but also too, there was a clip, actually the clip that I had played earlier too. This is where I say like things are really like confusing, is that apparently, I don't know if it was like a swim meet or something like that, of Ben Affleck's, he went to, and then JLo went with him, I guess to, not like, well, they don't have a kid together. I was gonna say, what's her name? Jennifer Gardner is his previous wife. Their kid, like even JLo attended that. So I was like, I'm a little bit confused by this. I was like, maybe they're like breaking up, but then they're like still friends. I don't really know. If you guys have any opinions on this, please let me know. Do you guys think that they are breaking up? What else do you guys think that it could be? Like, why would you look for a house for 2 years, like settle on that house, and then already sell it after only having it for 1 year? Maybe they're like going broke. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just over here like thinking of all different types of things, but I gotta keep it real with you guys. I'm like so nosy about this situation because I'm like, what's the real tea here? And why all of a sudden now is like JLo has been in the public eye for so long. Why all of a sudden now is she just wrapped up in so much damn drama? I'm just so curious by this. I feel like she would know how to play the fame game by now, and clearly she don't. But make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.